it's a latte from Starbucks, a chocolate bar at the movies, or a energy drink to get you through a long day at work. The fact is that 85% of the US population consumes caffeine on a daily basis. Because almost of all the US population consumes caffeine every day through food or beverages, it is important to know its effects on the human body. Knowing this is important because it will teach you more about what you and your loved ones are consuming every day. I hope that today I can help you all understand about this stimulant, including examples of caffeine in food and beverages, its positive effects on the human body, and negative effects as well. I'm going to first start off by giving you some examples of common foods and beverages. But first, what is caffeine? Caffeine is a drug that is produced naturally in plants. It also can be produced artificially to be added into some foods. It is defined as a drug because it stimulates the central nervous system, causing increased alertness. It gives most people a temporary energy boost and also elevates a person's mood. There are many beverages that contain caffeine that are consumed on a daily basis. Examples are tea, coffee, soft drinks, and energy drinks. The amount of caffeine inside these beverages varies. About 250 milligrams of caffeine per day is considered the average or moderate caffeine intake. Energy drinks, which are sold at all gas stations and grocery stores, can contain up to 280 milligrams of caffeine per 24-ounce servings. A morning cup of joe, depending on how strong it is brewed, can contain 100 to 200 milligrams of caffeine. There are also some foods that contain caffeine as well. The number one example of a food that contains caffeine is cocoa beans, which is made to use chocolate. Because caffeine is included in many popular foods and beverages, it is important that we all know the positive effects that this stimulant has towards our body. Caffeine improves mental and physical performance. It improves alertness and reaction time in people, which is probably why people drink coffee in the morning to wake them up, even if it's just a temporary fix. It also has an effect on the mood of people as well. Caffeine produces a positive mood effects such as increased well-being, happiness, alertness, and also makes people more social. In relation to mood enhancing, caffeine is also proven to reduce headaches and helps the body absorb headache medications more quickly, which is why so many painkillers contain caffeine in it. Caffeine is thought to reduce the risk of Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's disease affects the nerve cells in the brain that produces dopamine. People with this disease have muscle rigidity, tremors, and problems with their speech and walking. And according to a researcher from Harvard School of Public Health in Boston, people who drink coffee or consume caffeine regularly have a lower risk of developing Parkinson's. With positive, there are also negative health effects which caffeine has to our body as well. Though it may not happen right away, it may have an increased risk of many diseases. So what are the negative effects of caffeine when consumed? Drinking soft drinks that contain caffeine versus drinking milk can cause the body to lose calcium, which in time may lead to bone density loss, and which is also known as osteoporosis. Because of this, caffeine doubles the risk of fractures as well. Caffeine is also known to increase loss of sleep and may cause insomnia. Consumption of caffeine during the day may prevent people from falling asleep at night, which shortens the normal length of sleep. It may also increase the number of times you may wake up during the night because it acts as a diuretic, which increases the need to urinate. Caffeine also causes people to crash during the day, making them unable to sleep at night as well. Studies studies have showed that Studies have showed also that caffeine can increase the risk of diabetes. A study published in the journal Diabetes Care indicated that diabetics who consume roughly 4 cups of caffeine may experience a significant increase of blood sugar. Previous studies have also shown that caffeine increases the body's insulin resistance and may lead to increased blood sugar levels. Now that I have hopefully informed you all of the subject of caffeine and its effects on the human body, I am going to leave you with my final thoughts. Today, I shared with you all some foods of caffeine to try to some facts on caffeine to try to educate you all on this drug that 85% of the U.S. population consumes on a daily basis. Many of us consume caffeine through coffee, soft drinks, and chocolate. Some positive benefits from consuming caffeine include improving mental and physical performance and decreasing the risk of Parkinson's disease. A few negative health effects included the risk of developing osteoporosis, loss of sleep, and diabetes as well. I hope that today I did help you all understand more about caffeine and how it can affect your body when you include it in your diet. Thank you all for listening.